Benjamin can have love for the truckie. Beautiful minds, but we love getting ugly. Risk takers with a clover, man, we love getting lucky. You run, we chase fire, I love when it ducks me. Tones go off, house watch, read the address out. 1075, get up off the magic couch. 500 gallons prepared for the baddest drought. Who else you want on the way when disaster's out? Can't even get a little bit rattled when you enter with exit apparel. Mayday, member down, they'll drag you. You won't get this from every Tom, Dick, and Harold, but here's a view from the top floor with Mickey Farrell.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of A View from the Top Floor. Today, I just want to jump on, talk about something that is one of my greatest pet peeves on the fire ground. There's always a debate about when we're masking up, when we're not masking up on the rig, at the front door. For me, it's always that last possible moment before you cross that threshold into the ideal H. That's when I put that face piece on. I'm forcing the door. Most times, probably 95% of the time, with my face piece off. We force the door, we control the door, we don our face piece, then we open the door, we let that apartment breathe like a fine bottle of wine, see the layout, see what the fire's going to do, the conditions. If it goes all the way up to the top of the door frame, most times the fire is above you. If it sits about middle way in that door frame, you're on the fire floor. And if it sits pinned to the ground, fire's below you. That's some basic systematic steps, what we do leading up to the moment we cross that threshold and when we don the face piece. That's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about this episode is when we're removing this face piece. Once we cross that threshold to the public eye, everybody is watching and everybody is judging. For whatever reason, we've gotten away from, I feel, professionalism when we're leaving the fire building. It kills me when I see a young firefighter put 2-3 rooms of fire out and then walk out into the street. His face piece is on, his regulator removed, his hood is pulled over his face piece, his helmet is disheveled, his bunker pants are falling down. So there's a level of professionalism we have to understand, we have to adapt when we cross that threshold to the public eye. Squaring yourself away is a true professional. This is what will separate the hobbyist firefighter from the professional firefighter. Not a paycheck, not a salary. It's about looking the part, actually is a part of professionalism within firefighting. There's a level of standard and readiness that transcends from going into the fire building and exiting the fire building. So please, 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 for the greater good of the fire service, do not cross that threshold into the public eye with your face piece on, regulator removed like a broke dick dog, like you just got your ass kicked. Now, a lot of times we do get our ass kicked, and that's the beauty of it, is that when you get to that threshold, simply take your helmet off, hood down, face piece off with the regulator engaged, hanging to your side. Pull your bunker pants up, square your bunker coat away, put your helmet back on with a little bit of a tilt, and walk out with a little bit of, yeah, I've been there before, type shuffle in your step. I like to call that the Bronx Shuffle. So there's professionalism in the way we look after a fire that I think transcends to company pride. It transcends to standards set from guys long, long before you. It's just very unprofessional to leave the fire building, face piece on, regulator off. It's actually rather dangerous, to be honest with you. The safest place is one step inside the fire building. I say it all the time, from debris falling or whatnot. But when you take that face piece off, you can walk out, you can size up the fire ground as you're leaving the fire building. Size up is an ongoing process on this job. From the moment the ticket comes in to we turn the corner, we're sizing up the fire building, we're sizing up the door we're forcing, we're sizing up fire conditions. We're also sizing up leaving the building. Something to think about, something to talk about, something to drill about. It's one of those things that I'm seeing that's not necessarily being taught in a lot of fire academies. I know my fire academy, we're adamant about this. For whatever reason, when they get to the field, I'm seeing more and more firefighters walking around with that face piece on their face, regulator dangling below. Now, again, I don't believe in that going to a fire, but I'm not here to debate that. That's up to your standard, your company policies, your senior men, your staff level making these SOPs. That's not what I'm speaking of. I'm speaking of exiting the fire building. So square yourself away. Look like a professional that you are, because you just put 2, 3, 4 rooms of fire out, impressed the company, impressed the department on a national level with social media and the Citizen app and YouTube. Everyone's watching what we're doing. We're also watching when you're leaving. Look like a professional. Look like you've been there before, because that's half the battle, truly. And these are the details. The devil is in the details of everything we do, including the way we exit the fire building. And when you exit the fire building, make sure that you quickly square your shit away and be the first one in that hose bed. If you had the nozzle, or if you're the probie, you're in that hose bed. That's company pride. That's engine company pride. That's a difference between truck company pride's a little different. That's trimming the windows, that's pulling all the ceilings, making the fire room look like it's framed out for construction the next day. That's truck company pride. Engine company pride is being that young fireman that's in that hose bed looking down. That's your stage. That's your podium, per se. You just did a kick-ass job. You made your company proud. You made your company officer proud. You made your chief officer proud. Now it's your moment to be on that podium, looking down as everyone else is packing hose, looking up at you thinking, man, that kid got another one, but he's doing good. He's a great kid. We're happy to have him. Look at him. Look him up in the hose bed. First one up there. And you're up there with the snot hanging down. In the cold winter, you may be shivering a little bit. That's the best feeling you could ever have as a firefighter. Putting 2 or 3 rooms of fire out and then being in that hose bed, looking down at the fire ground as everyone's looking up, thinking, man, I love this fucking job. That's all I got for you guys today. Just a little field note is that when you're exiting the fire building, square yourself away, look professional, look the part, and when you get to the street, you're the young firefighter, you're the nozzle firefighter, stop taking the selfies, be the first guy in that hose bed, packing the hose, and loving this job like it needs to be loved. All right, guys, until next time, I'm Mickey Farrell. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon.